Okay.
All right. Everyone is welcome. I welcome you to this webinar. And I believe that we are all fine. Charlie, you're welcome on board. Though we have some poor internet connection, which a lot of us have been dealing with here. And then because of time, we're going to go straight to the point. But briefly, before I let you in, Charlie, let me just let them know who you are. Just probably in a few seconds. You might do that as well yourself. Chalia is she's a Chalia Peace Gambo is a founder of Peaceful Resolution Book Club. You know, she professionally she served as the deputy head of operations at the Electoral College Nigeria. She's also the head of recruitment for the University of Derby at Vincent, UK, helping students and professionals gain access to education globally. And of course, she has so many collaborations with many organizations like the 24 Karat Youth and Soaring Tribe Drive initiative that nurture leadership and personal development path. So at this moment, I will just quickly hand it over to you, Chalia, so that you can proceed from here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Stephen Mancha. I love the way you called my son name. Like you just called it like a typical Plateau person. Thank you very much for the introduction, and it's great to be here. Sorry, please confirm you can hear me clear.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. So it's so great to be here. And when I got the topic on leadership, I was like, okay, okay, this is leadership, yes. Everyone is a leader, but well, you look at what type of leader am I, like what role do I play, and all of that. So it's so great to be here. And I feel so blessed and honored. All right, so Mancha has said everything about me. There's nothing more to add, and that is all about me. So without wasting much time, we'll just go straight to the point on leadership. Now, many a times we ask questions on, am I a leader? What type of leader am I? What are people looking out from me? What do they expect me to give? I'm not ready for this, but what are they waiting out for me? What do they want me to do? Now, everybody is well, I say everybody is not ready for a leadership position, but I'm still trying to argue with the debate when it comes to we are born leaders. No, we are not born leaders. Leadership is a gift. No, I feel everybody is a leader. Everybody is a leader in his or her own sphere, his or her own phase. Now, looking at three basic points we'll be looking into today, which is the why, emerging leadership and your influence, and then the purpose of leadership. Those are the three things I'll be speaking on. Now, why leadership? Who are you? Who is a leader? Leader is not someone that is just on a position, just as let me use the Nigerian politicians who just want to be there and they just call him leader and everything. The people that just want their names to be mentioned and just assume that I'm a leader. No, that is not leadership. Leadership has to do with impact. What do you bring? What are you showing others to do? What are they looking out from you? That is what leadership is about. So now, looking at the why. Now, when you're given a leadership position or when you assume a leadership position, the question that should come to you should be why. So why am I a leader? Why am I here? Why am I given this opportunity? Why do I need to do this? Now, you need to align your purpose to this. You need to be able to work with what took you to that place. How do you want to leave this place and tomorrow everybody looks at you and like, were you a bad leader or a good leader? That is the why to it. So people trusted you with this position. I'm still going to use our politicians, for example. They trusted you with this position. They voted you in as their leader. They want you to do this. So if you get to that position, you have to ask why. You're not just there to eat the money that was given to you, or no, that is not why you're there. You're there because people entrusted this position to you. So it's time to make that impact. It's time to do what they asked me for. It's even time to do extra so that they will know when you're leaving that position after 4 years, people will be like, it was great to have learned from this person. It was great to have been under the leadership role of this person because I learned so much. And he left a lot of examples for us. I remember working with a particular leader and I did not enjoy his leadership skills. I was like, this person is too arrogant. This person is too this. I felt reluctant. So I just drew back to relax and watch. And then I started working with another leader. And I was now like, this person's leadership style is the best. This is how a leader is meant to be. Mind you, the moment a particular issue happened, I decided to see the difference between the former leader I complained about and the present leader. And I found out that everybody have their leadership style. Now, even though I complained about the former leader, I still had one or two things I picked from that person's leadership style. And I still had one or two things I picked from this other leader that I saw his good style, and then at the end of the day, he changed. It was a very bad bad learning for me, actually. But it helped me to see the kind of leaders that we have. So if you're a leader, you should try and build impact. That is the why. Why am I there? I need to build impact. I need to make everybody know that to be in this position, it's easy. It's just to lead people to the right path, to the right purpose. Now, if we are looking at the aligning personal purpose with influence, you're going to look at influence and leadership. A lot of people just want influence, but they don't know how to manage leadership attached to it. So before you get to that position of being influential and lead, you have to ask why, which was the first point you spoke about. And the next thing is, what drives you? What are your values? What are those things you stand by no matter what? Now, I'm going to use that former leader, the leader I had issue with, as an example. Till date, this person has a particular leadership style that no matter what you tell him, he's not shaking. So this person already knows that this is what is driving me. So I'm not shaking to please anybody. I'm rather shaking, I'm rather moving to build impact so other people can see that from me. He has not moved. And I keep wondering, like, what kind of leadership style are you trying to portray here? I normally ask that question. And he's just like, because of what is driving me. I'm like, no, this is wonderful. So another thing you should look at is, what values do I stand with? Am I standing with a value of respect? Am I standing with the value of peace, a value of respect, or a value of love, a value of everybody just do what you need to do and you arrive at the point? Because once you know your purpose, it will be easy for you to align it with whatever you're trying to build. It will be easy for you to build that confidence to stand before everybody or before anyone and say, this is what I'm portraying. Because you've been able to build it, you've been able to build that values. But the moment you break it off, that is when you begin to fall. And when we see leaders who fall, it boils down to them not having that value. It's them not building that purpose to why they want to lead. It's them not building that this is who I am. But they rather want to build it for everybody. So because I'm already there, well, I've made it, I'm influential, nothing can stop me, nothing can pull me back again, I'm already there, there's nothing anybody can say to me, and then you want to, it gets to your head, and then you start to fall, and then you miss the aim at which you're there. But once you know that this is what I stand with, no matter what shakes you, no matter what disturbs you, you still stand on that value. And that's why we still have great leaders today like Barack Obama, as an example, who still stands on his leadership role. We have people like Oprah. She's my mentor, like from afar. I love that woman so much. And I look at her, I've read her books, I've seen how she fell, how she stood, but she still stood on one thing, her value. Her value did not shake. and she has resigned from TV, yes, presentation. She's now based on her book clubs and every other thing. She still had that value, she stood it. Imagine if she fell at some point. I don't think she would have been where she is today. Remember, her quote is always, "You one day fall, and remember, when you fall, always get up. Always remember that when you fail, you should stand, because you have something you're pursuing, something you're building. So when you fall, you stand and continue driving, continue pushing." So purposeful leadership, it has to do with the power to transform individuals, teams, organizations, everyone around you. So you have a purpose. For example, I have a book club, and the aim of my book club is to make sure that everybody reads. Everybody sees the value of reading. Yes, that is the aim. That is what we look out for. It's not that you read and then you like, I have been able to read 100 books this year. So what did you now gain from reading 100 books this year? Nothing. So I now try to prove to my team or the people I help organize their reading habits that you read to understand. You read to use this to build. You don't just read to think, I've read 100 books this year. No, you don't do that. So once you have a purpose, once you have the power to transform others around you, you've been able to build a very good leadership role. And with that, other people can follow. Your followers can be bold, can be proud to say, I really gained a lot from this particular leader. So this person did not just come to lead for leadership's sake or for name's sake, but this person came to lead because of impact. Now, I'll boil down to three things I've spoken about. Let me summarize it down. So leadership is about making a meaningful impact. Why am I a leader? Because I want to make meaningful impact. Now, as an influential person, you should use your platform to make a positive impact and inspire others. Use that platform to inspire others, not to bring others down, not to impact your own self and leave others out of it. No. The last thing is you have to lead to increase engagement, productivity, and innovation. Just as how I said, you don't just use a platform to just how do I put it? To just make name or anything, but use your platform to lead, to increase engagement, to increase productivity, to increase innovation. That if somebody look back, they're like, this person is a very good leader, and I was able to gain a lot from this person. Now, I'm going to boil this lastly to 3 books I can advise you to read or advise you to check on. John Maxwell talks about leadership. He has a lot of books about leadership. He has the laws of leadership. Starts with Why, Simon Sinek. He has written that also. It will help you to build on leadership, the why about leadership. We also have 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. So if you read all these 3 books, it will give you a position to why should I be a leader? What are the purpose of being a leader? And then as a leader, what are some habits I should portray? What are some things I should do? Or what are some things I shouldn't do? Or what are some things that people are looking up to me for? So I would stop here. That is my take, or that's what I'll have to say about leadership. So remember, you have to lead with purpose. Thank you very much. Venus, over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Chalia. I was just thinking probably for those of you who have questions, probably somebody might have a question to ask so that we can just ask questions. Do we have questions for Chalia? Nandam, I can see Faith Zin Hill or something like that. I know you just joined us. Do we have question because we are working with time? So do you have question? Okay. All right. Maybe if the question comes up, you can probably interrupt us if we still have time. Okay,
Yes.
okay. I can see there's a question, yeah.
Talia, let definitely put your information in the chat and how we can reach you so we can, let people know more about what you do, who you are, and especially those references of those 3 books. Thank you so much for your amazing topic. I appreciate you.
Do that.
Yeah. So you can help us, tell us how we can reach you and how we can get to know more about you. Probably you can use some few seconds to do that. Yeah. Chadia, over to you. Are you there with us? Hello? Chalia, hello?
Yeah.
Okay. I think she's having some little challenges there. Okay, she's back. Are you back? Oh. Hello? We can't hear you. Oh my God. All right, then probably we'll just proceed. We'll still give her that opportunity. There's time, we'll still give her that opportunity. I can see she's having a little challenge there with her network. Okay. All right. Now just to proceed, we'll be moving to the next speaker. Marvelous, are you saying something? Hello,
Yeah,
Marvelous.
I wanted to ask the question, but can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you, Marvelous.
I wanted to ask a question. Okay.
Okay.
So for the first speaker, thank you. Can you hear me? All right. So I want to say thank you to the first speaker. I wanted to ask a question. She was talking about your driving positive change and impact for a leader. Okay, I've seen sometimes that a leader has a goal in mind, but the people you're trying to lead, you don't really understand. And then you're not really ready to go in line or maybe to adhere to what you're leading them into. So how to deal with difficult followers now as a leader, knowing that this is the goal, but they're not ready, they're not seeing the vision where you're going to. It's difficult for your followers to follow. So how can you do that as a leader?
Okay, thank
My
you
question is clear, ma.
very much, Marvelous. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we are trying to. Yeah. Your network is having little issues.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Let's try everybody going off camera and go ahead, Chalia, so we could answer for the bandwidth. Let's try that. Go ahead. Go ahead, Chalia. Chalia, are you there? Oh, we lost her.
Okay, we lost her. All right. Okay. I noticed that. I think we just proceed at the moment. Hopefully she will join us. But I wish she answered that question. Marvelous, don't worry. She might be back any moment from now. But let's just proceed. All right. So now it's time to hand over to our second speaker. He's none other than Andrea Mason, CEO of Press Play. plan life according to you. Play, plan life according to you. And she's an author. She's an alumni of Les Brown. And of course, I agree with others all over the world. We call her the global voice. So it's time to hand over to her. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Over to
Levinas.
you.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. We can hear you.
Okay,
Thank you.
excellent. Welcome, everyone. It's an honor, privilege, and pleasure to be here, as always, to my mentees, Ms. Marvelous Sue, who is shining brightly in her career, her life, and really developing as an inspiring woman of Africa. Levinas, who is just an amazing individual that brings a lot to the table of not only co-hosting, but bringing a lot of books that he has published, a lot of influence and action to the world. So thank you, everyone, for having me here today. So to be mindful of the time, I will get to the point, as my introduction was graciously announced from Levinas. So I am here to talk about breaking barriers for purposeful leadership. And how are we doing that? We understand the mental, financial, and environmental limitations that we experience globally. And through that, we have to learn how to adjust our mindset and wellness to become an effective leader. And as Ms. Shyla has talked about, there is a lot of different aspects of leadership. Some lead from behind, some lead walking beside one another, some lead from in the front. Do as I say, as I do. Others may say, I'll walk beside you every step of the way. Others will just allow you to flourish and blossom in your career. So how does that, convert challenges into strengths and to inspire others? Well, as the acronym of my business is Press Play, PLAY, Plan Life According to You, the way I would implement that is to individuals who are resilient and begin to rise. First, we have to look at the motto of the framework that I utilize in my business. P, allow yourself to prepare and plan accordingly so you have clarity on what you are aiming to do to break those barriers into purposeful leadership. Are there investments, financial components, familial components, environmental components, such as stable internet, as well as the limitations that we're working for? Do you have an agenda, a mission, and a timeline that you can apply and go through? L, learn. Right here, I may be one of a speaker, but I'm learning from Livinus. I'm learning from Miss Marvelous, Faith, and Dielle, as well as Miss Chyla. We have to learn how to listen effectively. We have to learn how to love unconditionally. And we have to leverage our abilities that where our areas of strength may be someone's areas of improvements. It's a symbiotic relationship that can help us grow. One of the mantras I've adopted recently is I grow, you grow. Together we can grow and impact others. A, in the acronym of play, we must apply what we've learned. Ms. Chyla has spoken earlier on about reading the 3 top books that she has read. I've worked with mentees that have worked one of the best sellers in business and applied it to Africa. And what we have to realize is when we apply ourselves, not only are we applying from what we've learned, what we've read, what we've observed, but also what we've personally experienced. That's going to bring the customization of what we can bring to the table from learning from one another and allowing ourselves to grow and to show. And then finally, why? The part of play that I talk about. Why? Say yes to you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so heart-centered. Everyone on this call is ready to serve others, to serve, God, to serve our community. But when we say yes to others instead of and say no to ourselves, we are putting ourselves last. We are pouring from an empty vessel. So allow yourselves to implement play today when you are breaking the barriers of purposeful leadership. We go from resilience and rising, because if we aren't resilient and we don't learn from our mistakes, then we stay stagnant and constant. When we learn to rise, we can bring people up. And the financial component of this is that everyone in your network values your net worth. I'll say that again. Everyone in your network is your net worth. So allow yourself to be mindful of that when you connect with individuals, as my great mentor and best friend, kindred spirit Les Brown says, hang around only quality people. If you think of the top 5 people you surround yourself with intellectually, financially, emotionally, and, as far as friendly, that's who you become. So the top 5 people consist of your financial wealth, your mental health, your environmental stability, your way of communication, and your integrity. And then finally, mindset is key because our mind matters most. I did a book that Les Brown forward called Victim to Victorious. It talks about my abuse and bullying stages of building up resilience and rising and going from a life of vengeance to a life of victory and no longer being a victim of society, myself, my friends, my peers, and my community. So allow yourself to rise and unite, not conquer nor divide. And through these key components, allowing you to break the barriers of purposeful leadership, understanding your mental well-being, putting yourself first, your financial contribution, any investments that you make are going to be back twofold, investing in you, and as well as your environmental limitation. Your community and society only have a snippet of your influence upon yourself, but you and your faith system and your belief system will carry you further. As one of the greats says, we can go far fast, but we could go further together. Together we grow. So thank you so much. Please apply the PLAY acronym. Plan life according to you, but when you're doing it, utilize the framework. Prepare, learn, apply, and say yes to you. It has been an honor, pleasure, and privilege to be mindful of time as we are closing. So thank you so much, Miss Marvelous, Thriving Beyond Limits, Levinas, for conducting and facilitating an amazing event, and my fellow speaker, Ms. Shyla, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. For time cannot be wasted. It is something that can not be replaced nor taken for granted. Follow your heart, not the herd nor the herd, for success and joyfulness are on the other side. Thank you so much, everyone. Feel free to connect me right here, AndreaMasons.com, if you want to launch into leadership and through a mentorship journey that I propose for individuals. Connect with me and email me at am.pressplaytoday to start on your way. Back to you, Levinas.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. That was wonderful. For those of you who attended the first one, it was amazing also. And we're happy that we are doing this again. All right, Charlie, I'm happy you're back. I'm glad you're back. We've been having, we lost you. I believe you're back now. And Marvelo had asked some questions, and I don't know if you could briefly answer her. And then those that have questions for Ms. Andrea, they can also as well do that. So maybe you can just briefly answer her. Marvelous, are you there? She's back. All right.
Okay. Confirm you can hear me now because I think I'm still battling.
Yeah, we can. We can.
Oh, okay, great. Sorry, I've been having network issues. So
Right.
I had her question how to deal with followers who are not ready to follow, if I'm right.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So I've been in that shoes before. I think the bottom line of it all is having people who believe in your vision. That's the bottom line of it. Because if you bring up something to a group of people and you're like, this is what I want us to do. And okay, everybody brings in the idea once, twice. You would see that those people believe in what you're doing. But the moment you say it and everybody tends to draw back, then you know that those people are not meant to be in my space because they don't believe in what I'm trying to do. But You can sell out this idea or this vision to them, and then they begin to say, okay, we can work with you through it. Even though I don't really see what is there, but I believe I can work with you through it. So the bottom line of your question is having people who believe in your vision is key. And then you'll be able to understand what to do. It's the same thing with you following other people. If you don't believe in those people's vision, or if you don't see what those people are trying to see, you won't really understand what is going on, except you understand, except you believe in this person's vision before you can be a follower to the person. So that is my answer on that. I don't know if I was able to answer you.
Okay, thank you. Unfortunately, time is not on our side. We have less than 1 minute, 1 minute. And I want to say thank you. I have a question for Andre, but time won't allow me. We just have